Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 6th grade concept of properties of operations. This is standard 6.7D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 30 of the 2025 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a drag and drop here, and we can put use each answer once here. So once I've used that drag and drop that one time, I'm not able to use it again. And you have to have both of these correct in order to get the 1 point. And you can not just have one answer and then move on. You will get that error message. So even though there are two different blanks here, this is a 1 point problem because there's only one combination that works. Now we're going to use our knowledge of the properties of operations and just operations in general to try to find these two expressions that are equivalent. Let's start with this first one right here. So 7 times the quantity x times 1. So what this is doing is this is letting us know that we need to understand the identity property of multiplication. What that means is anything times 1 is itself. So x times 1 is a quantity times 1, and anything times 1, it just itself, nothing happens. That 1 doesn't do anything, it doesn't change anything. So really, it's x. So this is now going to be 7 times x, and really, we can just go ahead and get rid of the parentheses. It's just going to be 7x, because the parentheses just mean multiply. We can do that without the parentheses, since we have a number and a letter. All right, so let's rewrite this. This is really 7x. We're going to simplify that. Now we've got division. Okay, so we've got 7 divided by x plus 1 order of operations. Okay, remember we have our order, and we always do parentheses first, exponent, multiply, or divide before we add or subtract. So I've got a division there. So what we can do is we need to say 7 divided by x. There's a few different ways we can show that. This is one way that we can show it. So I'm going to show it like this. So we need to divide first 7 over x, and then we're just going to add 1. That's as far as we can go. We can't simplify it anymore. But you notice we've already made a match, right? Because that's what this means. When you have 7 divided by x, you can obviously make it look like this, right? 7 divided by x. But that's going to look weird. We're not going to do that with a plus 1. We don't really use that notation of division when we're using an operation. But you can show division as fraction, as an unfinished fraction. Okay? And so let's keep moving. And we've got our distributive property here. Okay? And so what the distributive property does is it takes the outside number and then we multiply that by each of the addends inside. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to say this is x times 7 plus x times 1. Because we take that x, we multiply by each of the numbers inside, and we still add them together. So if I wanted to rewrite that a little bit nicer, I'm going to just flip those around. 7x plus x. Or really, how many x's do we have? Well, if we have 7x plus 1x, really we've got 8 x's. So that's what we're doing. Because look, all you needed to do was just collapse that 7 plus 1 to make 8, and then you got your 8x. Okay, we can't do anything with this fourth one. X over 7 plus 1, you cannot simplify that at all because 1 is a fraction, 1 is a whole number, and you can't add a fraction and a whole number, right, unless you want to collapse them into some type of mixed number, but really there's no point in doing that. Leaving it like this is fine, and then obviously we've got our final one right here. And we've already made the connection here between what we did with our division. 7 divided by x is the same as 7 over x. And that's really what we need to see here. Those two expressions are equivalent, so those are my two answers. And you can put them in either box to be correct.